if I was trying to lose 20 to 50 pounds within the next 180 days, literally 180 days from now, I wanted to be 20, 50 pounds of fat lighter, I'm gonna walk you through exactly what you can do. Like literally you follow the steps that I'm about to lay out for you in this video, you're gonna be 20, 50 pounds of body fat lighter in the next 180 days. This is the same system that I personally used to lose 61 pounds within 5 months. It's the same system that I personally used with over 70 people to help them lose weight and get in shape, right? Without having to go on a strict meal plan and without having to spend more than 60 minutes per week working out. Busy professionals, executives, guys, career-driven people who are trying to get in the best shape of their lives without having to sacrifice their lives in order to improve it, okay? So I've personally used this system. The people that I work with, the clients that I have that personally work with me one-to-one use this exact system, and this is how we lose 20, 50 pounds of body fat within 180 days without having to ask them to do anything crazy, and it allows them to actually keep the weight off and maintain it for life. This is the exact system I use, right? You want to hit a goal, you want to hit it one time, so you have a program. You want to hit a goal repeatedly and keep it, you have a system. And this is a system that will work forever. I'm going to lay it all out for you. Okay, the first piece, so we have to understand there's 3 aspects of fitness, okay? There is workouts, there's nutrition, and then there is accountability, who's actually doing it, okay? So it's training, nutrition, accountability, right? And if we think about fitness in general, if you're missing one, it doesn't work, right? If you just do a diet, then you're not gonna look the way that you want when you do lose the weight because you're gonna be like skinny fat, you're not gonna look great. But if you're not doing your nutrition, but you're going to the gym, you're gonna gain too much fat, you're not gonna have the body, the physique that you want. And if you're not staying accountable, if your program's too hard or you can't do it, you're not doing the things, right? You have the best program in the world, but you don't do it, who doesn't matter? So you have to have the training, nutrition, and accountability. Those are the 3 things you have to have. And I'm gonna go through each one, how you can use each one of those and exactly what you need to do in order to lose 20, 50 pounds in the next 180 days. So training-wise, what you're gonna do, so my 60-minute system of training, okay, is 30-minute sessions. So 2 days, 30 minutes, resistance training only, no cardio. So the way that we're gonna lose the fat is instead of doing cardio, we're gonna go into the gym, 30-minute sessions. We're gonna have 1 upper body day, 1 lower body day. So upper day is gonna be a push-pull. So maybe it's bench press supersetted with rows, and then it's biceps and triceps, and then it's shoulders and pull-ups. So it's gonna be an upper body day. We're gonna get some good quality resistance training sets in. How are you gonna do that? So you're gonna set it up probably maybe 3, 4, 5 supersets. So you're gonna have a push supersetted with a pull. So maybe it's chest supersetted with back, maybe it's presses supersetted with rows, and you're gonna do each set. So you're gonna have maybe, let's say we're gonna have 4 or 5 supersets, and you're gonna do 3 supersets per exercise. So 5 exercises, like 5 total supersets, so where you're doing a press and then a pull, and you do that 5 different times, and each set is gonna be 12 reps, slow and controlled, okay? So an example would be, the first one is bench press supersetted with rows. You do that three circuits, and you do 12 reps each one, and you can't do your 12 reps, but not 13 reps, and you're gonna go super, super hard. Inside that workout, it's gonna take you about 30 minutes. So if you have 4 to 5 supersets, and each one takes you, maybe a minute, 15 total sets, throughout the workout, 15, 30 sets, about a minute a set. It's about 30, 40 minutes per workout. You do that twice a week. Lower body day, you do your legs, okay? And that takes 2 days, 30 minutes, and that's it. So what are we gonna do when we're not resistance training? We're gonna be getting 10 to 14K steps per day. So training-wise, 2 30-minute resistance training sessions every week, and then the real driver here is our steps, right? The real drivers in the system that I have is our steps and nutrition. Why? Because you walk every day and you eat every day. So if you can make the steps and nutrition the things that drive your results, you can get your results with 2 things you're already doing every day, walking and eating. It's the reason that the guys that I work with and the people that I work with are able to get the results, but also keep the results, because I put this system into your life. I don't ask you to do things on top of your current schedule. I work it into your busy life. 10 to 14K steps a day. So a lot of people hear this like, wow, that's a lot. Well, it has to work into your life. So resistance training wise, the only thing you're gonna need to add in terms of your schedule is 2 30-minute resistance training sessions. If you can find 60 minutes per week to do that, which you have, the rest is gonna be, how am I gonna get my steps within my daily life? For me, what I always recommend, 10 to 14K steps a day. You have to find the things that you do every day where you're gonna get the steps in. So for me, in my apartment, I walk down the stairs. Every time I leave my apartment, I live on the 7th floor. I walk down the stairs. So there, boom, easy 1,000 steps a day I'm getting right there. When I park places, when I park at the grocery store, when I park at the gym, I park in the very back. That way I have to walk there another 1,000 steps. So, and then throughout my day, I'll probably get 3,000 to 4,000 steps. So there's boom, 6,000. And what I always say, 1 hour total of intentional walking will get you there. So if you can find little gaps in your day to get your steps in, maybe 10 minutes in the morning, 10 minutes in the evening, done. You have to find, maybe it's in the office, you walk back and forth a couple times before you leave. When you go home, you walk around the block a couple times before you go inside. It's gonna be things you do in your life. So I'm not gonna say go walk on the treadmill. I want you to find the things in your life, the activities you do every single day. You go to work, you go to the grocery store, you go to the gym, you go to the wherever. What are you going to be doing every day? Where are the places you're going to go and the things you're going to do that you can attach steps to? They're going to allow you to get the steps in effortlessly. Okay? Now, the best way you can do this in order to make sure you're getting them is get an Apple Watch, a Whoop, a Fitbit, or a pedometer and make sure that you're tracking it. Okay? Now, I'm going to get into this and how this is going to be helpful when I come to my nutrition. So, training-wise, the way that you're going to do it in the next 180 days, you're going to work out twice a week for 30 minutes, resistance training session. One workout's going to be an upper lower, one workout's going to be a push-pull upper body workout. The next one's going to be a lower body workout. You don't have to do it that way. You could do full body 2 days. But the biggest thing is you want to go in the gym and you want to do resistance training. So about 30 minutes of hard resistance training. Make sure that you're getting in, make sure you hit all your muscles, and make sure that you're getting a good workout in 2 days a week, 30 minutes. Next, 10 to 14K steps a day with the training. So it's going to be resistance training twice a week, 30 minutes, 10 to 14K steps every day, and you have to work those steps into your daily life. The next, nutrition, calories and protein. Okay, so my nutritional system, I'm going to get into this. So I'm going to show you exactly what app you're going to use to track all your food and make sure you're getting your steps in, and I'm going to show you how this is going to allow you to lose 20, 50 pounds in the next 180 days. Okay, so nutritionally, first, 2 things that I do, calories and protein. Why? I don't stress about anything else other than this. Okay, so calories, protein, multivitamin. Why? You hit your protein every single day. You can eat whatever you want after you hit your protein within your calorie range. So you have to know how many calories you need to be eating every day, and you have to know how much protein you need to eat every day. And if you know those 2 things, if you just take a multivitamin, you are going to get the results and you're going to feel great. And a lot of people will be like, oh, what about nutrients and all this stuff? Multivitamins were created so you didn't have to eat 10,000 different foods every day, and you could just take a pill and you could get your daily nutrition. And vitamin A is the same as vitamin A, whether it's in broccoli or whether it's in a multivitamin, it's a vitamin A. Can't argue that. So the way my nutritional system works is it's calories, protein, multivitamin. Okay, so you just take a multivitamin every day, and then what I say in terms of the way you eat is I say hit your protein, and then after you hit your protein, the calories can be whatever you want. All right, and I guess some hacks that I use throughout the day in terms of how we're going to do this. So calorie-wise, how many calories should you be eating? So whatever your goal body weight is, you're going to take that, multiply it by 12. So your goal body weight multiplied by 12 is going to give you the daily calories you should be eating that will help you lose weight. Now you take those calories and you add your daily step count. That's where you're going to be burning more calories than you're consuming, and then you're going to start losing the weight. Now get into how many calories more you should be burning than you should be eating. But for now, calorie-wise, if you want to start losing weight today, you're going to take your goal body weight, multiply it by 12, and that's going to give you how many calories you should be eating. You have to stay within that limit every day. Protein-wise, take your goal body weight, multiply it by 1. Okay, so for me, if I'm 160, I eat 160 grams of protein a day, and if I take 160 multiplied by 12, that would be 2,200 calories per day. So 2,200 calories per day, 160 grams of protein, that would be my daily nutritional target, assuming I'm hitting 10 to 14K steps a day to start losing weight. Now nutritionally, so I'm going to get into this. So that is the nutritional structure. Goal body weight times 12, protein times 1. Take your multivitamin. That's the nutritional structure, training-wise, 2 30-minute workouts a week, 10 to 14K steps a day. That is literally the inputs you need to do. Calories, protein, 2 training sessions a week, 10 to 14K steps a day. That's the 4 things that you're going to have to do within the next 180 days. Those are 4 things. 3 of them you have to do every day. 1 of them you have to do twice a week. Okay? So that's the inputs in terms of the training and the nutrition. Now, the last part is like we talked about, that accountability. So how are we actually going to make sure that we stay accountable to this and do this? So the way I say be accountable is the first thing you're going to need to do is you're going to need to make it as easy as possible to do these things. Where am I going to work out? What foods do I like that I'm going to be able to eat that are going to allow me to get my protein every single day? So the best thing you're going to need to do in terms of being able to actually stay accountable to it is you're going to have an idea of how you're going to actually do these things. If you don't know how you're going to hit the gym, if you don't know how you're going to get your steps in, it's going to be hard. And you're going to figure out as you go too. So it's not like you have to have this big plan, but if you just know that you're going to take a walk in the morning or the evening, as you try to get the steps in, you're going to figure out the things. But what I always say is you need to make it easy. Like if your problem is you're snacking, then you need to get the snacks out of your freaking house. Just that's the way it is. If you know that you snack too much and your house is full of snacks, then it's obviously going to become an issue. So the easiest way to hit your fitness goals is to make it impossible to go off of them. And if you have no unhealthy options, it's impossible to make unhealthy choices. So you need to remove the things that are causing you to go off your fitness goals from your environment. And you just won't do those things because you don't have the option to. So accountability-wise, how are we actually going to do this? So the best thing that I'm going to give you in terms of accountability is the nutrition app that I use. So this nutrition app that I'm going to talk about is going to allow you to track your calories in and out, and it's going to allow you to track your weight every single week, and it's going to have a feature on there where you can put your waistline in as well. So the way that we're actually going to get our results is there's going to be a nutritional app called Fat Secret. If you look it up on the App Store, Fat Secret Calorie Counter, it's going to be a green keyhole. Okay, I'll probably put a picture on the screen, but it's going to be a green keyhole, and it's going to literally, you're going to go in the app, you're going to have to fill out some questions. Don't worry about what it tells you in terms of how many calories you should be eating. You're going to go back in this video and you're going to say calories, goal body weight times 12, protein, goal body weight times 1. Those are your numbers you need to hit every day. So you're going to download the Fat Secret app, and you're going to link your Apple Watch, your Whoop, your Fitbit, whatever calorie step counter you're going to get. If you don't have one, get one. And you're going to link it to Fat Secret. Now what this is going to do is every single day, as you input and track your food every single time that you eat, this is what you're going to do. You're going to track everything you put in your body, and you're going to weigh it out. Like, that's just what you're going to do. And if you don't have a scoot scale, you're eating out, you're going to look it up on Fat Secret, and most restaurants are going to have the food on it. If you go to Chipotle, it's going to be on Fat Secret. But everything you're going to put in your body, you're either going to weigh it out or you're going to estimate it. That's how you're going to do it. And every day for the next 180 days, you're going to go in Fat Secret, and every time you put food or anything that's calories into your mouth, you're going to track it in there, and throughout the day, you're going to see how many calories that you're eating every day, and you're going to make sure you're staying within that calorie limit, and you're hitting that amount of protein every single day. The way that I would recommend you hit it every day is hit your protein first with lean sources, lean meats, protein shakes, Greek yogurt, lean protein, and then after you've hit your protein with lean sources, then whatever you want within your calories can be whatever you want. It can be ice cream, it can be bullshit, whatever you want. But I recommend hitting your protein and then having the rest of your calories be healthy sources like lean meats, fruits, vegetables. And if you want protein bars, unhealthy stuff, you can, but I recommend eating healthier food. And you know what healthy food is, right? It's like rice, veggies, like the classic healthy shit. I don't need to tell you that, you know what that is. But if you hit your protein, you can have whatever you want within your calories, and it's okay. It doesn't matter. It's not going to affect it. You have a multivitamin, you hit your nutrients, you're good. So whatever, after your protein, whatever you want to eat, it's going to come down to how do you eat after you hit your protein that allows it to work for you. So I don't restrict you. You don't have to follow a certain meal plan. You don't need it. Because if you're going to need a meal plan forever, then you're going to need a meal plan forever. So this is the way to do it with travel, all this stuff. Accountability-wise, so Fat Secret, you're going to track your food every single day, okay? And you have your calories in now because you're tracking all your stuff. Calories out-wise, if you link it to your Apple Watch, it's going to show you how many calories that you're burning every single day at the end of the day. If you look right here, you can see that it shows my calories in and it shows my calories out because I have my watch linked up. Now, the reason this works is every week or every day or every so often, you're going to want to track your weight. So in Fat Secret, you can weigh yourself. What I want you to do is you need to have a scale and you need to have a waist measure tape. And you want to measure your waistline, and a waistline is going to be around your belly button. I'm going to put a picture on screen. That's kind of how it's going to be. And you're going to measure your weight. Your weight's your weight. In terms of your scale, do I get a scale that tells me my body fat length? No, it doesn't work. It's not real. So you're going to measure your weight, and you're going to measure your waistline. Now, every day, you're going to be burning 500 to 1,000 calories more than you're eating. If you burn 500 more calories than you're eating, every week you're going to lose a pound of body fat. Over 5 weeks, it's going to be 5 pounds of body fat. Every 5 pounds of body fat that you lose is going to be 1 inch off your waistline. If you burn 1,000 calories more than you eat, then every week you're going to burn 2 pounds of body fat, and every couple weeks every month you're going to burn 8 pounds of body fat, which is going to be about 2 inches off your waist every single month. So within the next 6 months, if you negative 500 every single day times 6 months is going to be about 24 pounds. Negative 1,000 every single day times 6 months is going to be 48 pounds. So this is where that number is going to come from. This is the mathematical equation for 20 to 50 pounds. It'll be about 24 to 48 pounds, 20 to 50 pounds, around that area. So in terms of this, I wouldn't recommend just eating less food. This is where the steps come in. If you have goal body weight times 12 and protein times 1, eat that. Like, have those as your calories. Burn the calories with the steps. That's why I say get 14K steps every day. And what you can do as well, if you're getting 14K steps every day, you can eat less calories once you hit your protein, because by hitting the protein, you're not going to want to eat that much already. And you get 14K steps, you hit your protein. Then after you hit your protein, that's why I recommend hitting your protein first. You can, as long as you stay under those calories, you're good. So you can eat all of your calories and be at a deficit around negative 500, or you can eat a little bit less and try to get that deficit of negative 1,000 a day, or you can do it every other day. You don't have to keep it. You can do negative 500 some days. I always just say, if you do negative 500 to negative 1,000, I wouldn't recommend more than that because you're going to burn out and overeat and fizzle out. So every day, when you look at your fat secret, your burn should just be negative 500 to negative 1,000 higher. So your burn should be 500 to 1,000 higher than you're eating every day. And if you have those numbers every single day, it might change every day, but as long as it's within that range, within the next 180 days, you're going to be able to lose 20, 50 pounds of body fat. But the way that it needs to be body fat is that's why you have to have your protein high, because if you just had the calories, you'd lose the weight, but probably a lot of it would be muscle. But if you have the calorie deficit, the negative 500 to 1,000, combined with high protein, combined with the resistance training, and combined with doing steps as your cardio, as much of that weight loss is going to be fat as possible. Okay, and you combine it with the multivitamin, the high protein, getting your sleep obviously is super, super important. You need to do those things, but you're gonna sleep anyway. So it's like obviously sleep's important. So, but the biggest thing in terms of the things you're going to actually do, it's going to be 30 minutes twice a week, 10 to 14K steps a day, calories and protein, tracking your food every day, making sure you hit those numbers, and making sure at the end of each day you're negative 500 to negative 1,000 calories to 500 calories. That range, your burned is higher than your intake in the Fat Secret app. And if you just do that every single day, as you weigh in every week or every day and measure your waist every week, you'll notice that the trend, about every week you'll lose a pound or two, and about every couple weeks, about every month, you'll be 1 to 2 inches down on your waistline, and you'll maintain this throughout the 6 months, and then you'll be 20 to 50 pounds weight lighter. And this is literally the system that I have. So the system that I have, this is literally what I do with people. I take this exact system twice a week, 60 minutes, calories, protein, right? And the reason I like this is this system you can do forever. Twice a week forever, get some steps in, calories and protein, track your food. That's it. And every day you can just see calories burned, calories taken. So if you're on your own, like after people finish the program, they can just see every day, like my calories burned and calories eaten are the same. So it means I didn't gain or lose any weight today. So it's cool. So that's how you can maintain the weight in the future. But yeah, this is the system that I use with people, and this is how. So I work with people that are trying to get in shape and lose weight. And if you want me to take all of this, literally the training, nutrition, accountability, put it all for you together inside my system that I use in my one-to-one coaching program, I will take all of this stuff and I will do it for you, I will give it for you, and I will hold your hand with you for the next 6 months, so you can show up and be better for yourself, your family, your future, lose the weight, get in shape, and be the best version of yourself. So if you want me to do all of this for you and help you lose 20 to 50 pounds within the next 180 days using my system, then I will help you do that. And you can go ahead and apply below, book a call below, and we can chat it up, and I will help you do this, and I'll reach out to you. and we'll absolutely crush it. So have an amazing day. I really appreciate you. And yeah, we can crush it, and I'm rooting for you. Let's do it. This is exactly how you're going to lose 20, 50 pounds in the next 180 days, either with yourself or with me. And I would love to see you. Can't wait to chat with you. Let's get it. Let's crush it. I'm rooting for you.